Hello everyone, and welcome to another casted game. Spawning in the south side of the map, in the peaceful civilization of Fuxi, we have Soup. We already see the Kofu hacking into that gold mine, and I almost forgot about our other player spawning in on the west side of the map. I'm not going to try and say that name. We have our Gaia player. All right, I'll try and say it. Andreucinno de Melanz. No, that's actually not that bad. But we have our Gaia player. I'm probably just going to say Gaia for the rest of the game. But man, I am really enjoying. I got to go back. I'm going back to Soup. Hey, Soup. God, this music is so peaceful. Oh, look at that gold. Oh, now he's going to go hack down some trees. Very nice. So Fuxi, this is my first casted Fuxi game, and I'm excited to cast him. A lot of really interesting tech, a lot of hero and infantry focus, so you do kind of expect that, but man, the music is so good. This music is way too good. I need to play Fuxi just to get this. Amazing. So I'm going to take a look at the openings. We do see the silo out, and we're on the zebra. Looks like everything on food except for our special unit here for the Kufu. Kaufu? I think it's Kaufu, right? I think so. I'll have to double check that. If anyone in the comments lets me know, I do think it's Kaufu. But going for just the wood and actually building out a house as well, so that super villager really doing everything for Soup outside of the food production. So it looks like a pretty standard opening. We do see another Kaufu coming out, going over to the gold. Wow, you can get 33 of these. Or is it 33 population? We only have 2 and it's 4 out of 33. How do you end with an odd number population cap? I don't know. There's a lot to learn about Fuxi. I'm learning a lot here. You know, I have caught up on the new civs, both this Pantheon and the Japanese new Pantheon. You know, I will not pretend to be an expert in them. A lot of my knowledge came from the original and from the Titans. And of course, we didn't have these there. So I'm going to be learning fresh just like everyone else. But let's go ahead and ride along with Gaia for a little bit. Let's see what's going on over here. So a lot of goat. Really good population for your goat there. That's really nice. We do see the oracles out on the map, just generating that favor, getting that line of sight. And we do start to see the relics, and we haven't done a relic review. So let's take a quick look. Tail of Cerberus, pretty good. You can see some additional myth unit special attacks. Both Artemis, great relic for the cheaper range units. We have the canopic jar of Imcity, or Imcity. Infantry train faster is the gist of that relic, which is really good. And we do have the blanket Empress O. Buildings were resistant to siege. Could be pretty good. So I don't think there's any crazy relics this game, to be honest. This does seem pretty standard. We're back to the traditional Age of Mythology music, which I also do love, but man, that Fuxi music was great. I'll have to look up the full soundtrack. And pretty slow openings. We do start to see the age ups. Of course, we see Oceanus from Gaia. No surprises there. Bite of the Shark, way too good. So that's not a surprise, but I am interested. Okay, so we do see Janu. And so we got the Killing coming out, and we do have a lot of boost to infantry with those unique techs. So I will keep an eye out on the unique techs and try and call them out. We do see the Pioneer Hero coming out, mostly a scout for the most part here, but it is a hero unit. So we do see that coming out. And we do see the age ups coming through, both of them now. We do see the faster age up for Gaia. Of course, we do somewhat expect that. We'll have to see if there's any early damage that's able to be done with that age up, but I do kind of expect both of these civs to take their time. We may see some early aggression over here from Fuxi and from Soup, but I don't expect a lot of early aggression from our Gaia player. So go ahead and just let's do no revealed map. Let's see what the oracles are checking out. Let's check out the goats as they're fattening. We do see the age up come through. So there's our Caladria. Gonna start scouting out. We do see relics picked up, so that was the bow Artemis, probably the best relic on this map today. And we do see that claimed. We hear another relic claimed. We do have Tail of Cerberus. Does the Keelan have a special attack? I don't know if it has a special attack, but either way, We do have the killing out. God, this unit looks so cool. I love it. Such a cool unit. I need to get a... You run sideways? I want to see the side profile, please. Please? Okay, never mind. So Soup, looking for the town center, is picking up another relic as well. So relics really high priority from both these players to try and pick those up. I think all the relics have been grabbed on the map. This last one here has not been seen, and honestly not very impactful, so I don't expect too much. And we do see the Pioneer getting out on the map, looking for those goats, bringing them back to base. And God, these units look so sick. It just makes you think of Attack on Titan every time. But I love those units. So the age-ups have come through for both, and it looks like on Giza, we do kind of have the expected result. Both of our players looking at their adjacent town center, trying to pick that up. We do see the Kilin getting chased down by the Oracle hero, but he's going to be just fine. He's going to run out of there. And he's going to heal up, so no big deal at all. Just going to run right out of there. And there's the side profile I was looking for. What's right along with the Kilin. Oh, yeah. Majestic. Oh, I got the speed perfect. Beautiful. What a beautiful beast. In his natural habitat, running by the gazelle. Love it. All right. And what did we hear picked up over here? Oh, we were just getting villagers in. Haven't seen any of the unique tech come out. I am keeping an eye out for it. Oracle out here scouting, and really slow early game, honestly. Not a lot to talk through, so I'm glad we did our little Kilin ride by, because it is rather slow. Do have another cavalry coming out. Goats fattening up. I mean, we're really set for a slow burn here, I think. I am curious to see if we see heroic age. I do expect Gaia to get up to, and is that, yep, right there. There's Thea coming up to the heroic age. I don't know if I expect, I'm not familiar enough with Fuxi to know if I expect a heroic age, but as of now, looking at Soup's resources, we are getting close to having the resources for heroic age, and yep, there we go. So we do have Gaomong coming through. This is great. A lot of cavalry focused improvements, so you know, I don't expect a lot of myth unit production with these myth units, but the Tau is going to be a nice boost to your initial army. But from there, I am expecting just to see a lot of infantry and maybe cavalry mixed in. We do see the armory out, and I expect to see some upgrades coming through there after we age up. And yeah, I just expect to see, there we go, machine workshops, 2 machine workshops. What sort of tech do we have cooking up here? Let's see what units we start producing. Just gonna wait for that age up. So the age up is kicking in now, so we still haven't seen Thea go through, so surprisingly Soup gonna be the first to the heroic age. And I don't know that that bodes well for our Gaia player, to be honest, but I also don't know who wins this game, so we're just gonna have to see how it plays out. Again, I am not that familiar with Fuxi yet, so I will not pretend to be an expert, and I really don't know who is in a better position here. You know, score is almost dead even, age up times almost dead even, you know, slight advantage to Soup. Villager counts almost dead even, slight advantage to Gaia, as we would expect. And we do see the military starting to pick up, so we have fire archers. Okay, very cool, very cool. That's what we're looking for, the machines. And then we do have military camps, so yeah, machine workshops to put out those fire archers, and it looks like he's gonna be massing those. Are we relying on the Kilin for the front line? Is that what we're relying on? I guess we can also rely on the Tau potentially as front line. It is slow and it is tanky, so could be the sole front line. But if we have a hero response, I don't know if these fire archers are going to do a ton of damage. Good against infantry, of course. Decent against buildings, kind of a classical age. Oh, what are they? Gastrophites? Is that what they're called? Gastrophites, right? Am I crazy? I might be having a stroke, but the Hades special unit. So these are kind of a classical age version of that unit. Not, you know, not quite as long range, but pretty long range. 12 tiles is pretty good. And here comes that Tau. Look at this guy. Oh my god, it looks like my cat. This looks like Artemis, which is the name of my cat, but man, that thing, oh, and I think I hear some fights. Yeah, okay, so I probably should zoom out on the Tau, but that thing looks so sick. Oh my god, it's a thing of nightmares, man. Oh, that you wake up at 2 a.m. and that's at the feet of your bed, and that is what I wake up to in reality. So That thing, you know, let's take a look at its stats, because it is a newer, I guess newer, it's not as new as Japanese, but it is a newer unit. We do have 800 health base, really good resistances. The only one that's kind of down there is our hack armor, which is expected. But what we can see is that even though it hits like a truck, it is quite slow. 3.2 move speed, doesn't have any extra range to work with, so it is a slow unit. I don't know, I mean, it feels like a lot of our heroic age tank units that get put out there. You know, kind of like a battle boar, but it doesn't have that special attack, kind of like any of those heroic age kind of siege units that are out there. So starting to put the pressure on. It looks like Soup does have the map control. Let's just go ahead and ride along with him. Let's see what he sees. He's going for the main base. He is aware of the secondary base, of course. We do see the sky lanterns going out to provide additional vision. That's the Pioneer putting those out, I believe. So looking for the vision on the base, and that is, man, that is really nice, actually. Those things still got a lot of help on them. Look at that. Gets to see everything. Oh, and we haven't even talked about God powers yet. So, of course, we do have Vanish, which is going to allow these units to go invisible for just a bit of time. And then we have the Forest Protection. Right, so this is going to guard an area, tangle up your opponents in that area. I expect we'll see these both cast. Although I think Vanish is one of those that it is really difficult to get, you know, a highly impactful value. I think the best use of this is usually going to be saving an army to be able to turn them invisible and juke your opponent, run a different direction, and get out of there. But it does seem like one that's quite difficult to get a ton of value out of, whereas it does look like Forest Protection is quite good. I mean, healing allied units, rooting enemies, you can do a lot of damage, especially if you have a good, you know, ranged backline. And it looks like we're just having, you know, kind of a full-on assault of Gaia's base here. And really no answer. And I mean, looking at the military count, he does have a decent military, so let's ride along with him as he's getting attacked. Where is that military sitting? Okay, so we've got it up here. We've got the Dryads coming out. We got Stimpler, we got Caladria. This is a decent army. The problem is Soup has a ton of fire archers, which I think are going to take out these ranged, or these flying units quite quickly. We'll have to see basically if these Contarius are able to get in range of the fire archers, because they're going to do a ton of damage to the fire archers. But there is a decent front line we're going to have to get through here. So here come the Contarius, a lot of them heroes, and there's the Dryads, and Soup saying, maybe I don't want to take this fight. Contarius coming through, but they are targeting, and look at that ram attack doing so much damage from the tower rules. Love that. So yeah, very similar to Battle Boy, but just kind of different mechanics to get it off, and that did a ton of damage. Really nice. Contarius looking for that flank around the fire archers, and actually really tough timing for the siege crossbows. Oh, I would have liked to see the Contarius split to try and take some of these out, but looks like he doesn't have quite enough to actually take them, so he's just going to run past, try and do some raiding with those Contarius, and then hold the base with the rest of the units. We do see the fire archer numbers dwindling. We do see the Wuzu Javeliners dwindling as well, kind of our Hypastus units. They are going to try and take out the Stimphilian bird, but the fact that that does not go down is actually really good for our Gaia player. Going to be able to heal that up and continue the fight, but here comes the re-engage with the halberders. Look at these units, they're so sick, coming in with the halberds. And we're going to retreat out. Man, I love these Fuxi units. I think I might become a Fuxi, man. I'm trying to decide. I want to pick one of the 6 newish gods. If there's any suggestions in the comments, any of the 2 newish pantheons that have come out, gods that you've really enjoyed, let me know, because I do want to pick one to one trick for a bit. And right now, Soup is making me really think that Fuxi might be that one. He's making it look really fun. Such a fun unit composition we have here. And of course, you know, because we did go through Janu, we did go through Fuxi, we do have a lot of unique tech for these units. I'll have to see if I can take a look at the unique tech. It's going to pause for a second. We do have just the infantry. Actually, we haven't gotten any of that unique tech for them yet, so we'll just let this fight go ahead and play out. Wow. I took a sip of water and the Carnivoria died before I finished it, so Carnivoria just doing nothing in this fight. And these units are looking really strong. The halberders, oh, they're doing so much damage, getting the surround on the Contarius, and the Contarius are going to go down. We got a couple Turma out here. They are heavy, but the town center just goes down. These siege crossbows doing so much damage alongside the killing. We do even see this Kalfu getting in on the action, fighting the hyena. I don't know what's going on there or why that's happening, but right now it looks like Soup is just taking over the entire base. He's got such a dominating position here. Took over the second town center, collapses that from a Gaia player. In the back, he's taken a 3rd town center with a Kalfu, and I got to imagine he's going to go for a 4th in a second. He's already got that settlement claimed, and Soup is looking monstrous on Fuxi. these units just taking a quick breather because, man, they've been doing a lot of damage. Coming in here, and I don't know, this game is feeling like it might be done and dusted here. Soup having a commanding position, but I might have to bite my tongue because I incorrectly predicted my last casted game. I thought Matrius was in a great position and ended up losing in that game. Sorry for the spoilers if anyone hasn't watched that one yet, but I did post it before this one, so hopefully you have. And man, I mean, how do you deal with this mass? The healing coming out from the Keelan. This is crazy. We got double military lead. Villager count now. Soup has taken the lead, and this is kind of the last stand. Even Kalfu coming over to do the towers. I love this, Soup. I love this. Why don't more people do this? Especially with the Kalfu, it makes so much sense. This unit's a lot tankier than the Villager. This one is likely going to go down, but dropping 2 towers with the army, we got the guard tower upgrades. You know, I was re-listening to some of the Underworld Showdown cast, and Soup and I, we were actually talking about this. He did a, I forget who he was playing, where he went for a Heimdall safeguard tech and kept moving towers with his army as he progressed through his opponent. It was really great, so I like to see that he's actually doing some of that with Fuxi as well. The same sort of concept here. You can bring this much stronger villager unit with you to build those towers, whereas the Norse, you of course have your infantry. You don't have that with the Chinese, but we do have the Fuxi, so, or the Kalfu, and that's gonna be the game. So wow, look at that. I love it. Soup, if you happen to listen to this, thank you for the way that you play. I love these kind of strategies that you pull out, and man, it felt like this was a close game, and out of nowhere the army composition just way too strong. Way too strong. So I want to cast another Fuxi game, and I do want to cast another Soup game because every time it's a pleasure to see how this man plays. Very creative player. And I'll have to check if he's got a Fuxi guide for me. He puts out some great content, so I might have to watch that and get into my one-tricking era. But that's all for this video. Thank you all, and I will see you in the next one.